Hey, you are live and we are live together. Good evening, good morning, good night, all of the above. I know that it's about to be 1:23 and this is perfect. Now, if I don't know what it is about numbers, but there's something about 123 that's very, very important to me. Besides the fact that it's my niece's birthday, also a woman that was very, very dear to me passed away that day last year, 2000, no, 2 years ago now. Wow, time flies so, things move so fast, and we really need to pay attention. We need to pay more attention to the things that really happen. But I really just wanted to come on and ask a question tonight: to smoke or not to smoke? I had a situation where I was in the dispensary today, and the man was in such dire pain. He could not wait to smoke. And he was like, he couldn't wait to get high. And I kept saying, when you have, I guess, an ailment that medicine doesn't really do too much, but make you like a zombie, a lot of people are choosing to use the marijuana. So we're having a good conversation because at the end of the day, there's such a stigma on smoking. And I really wanted to know why. So I figured this is what we're supposed to be doing. I have a lot of ideas in my mind, but I don't talk to you. So now I'm asking you to smoke or not to smoke. Like, what do you think? How do you look at it when you see people that are smoking today, whether they're older or younger? What do you think? What is going on? What are you talking? What are you saying? Please comment down here. I'm learning how to do this thing because we need to do this thing so that we can get to a bottom line and like a common goal or whatever so that we can move on from where we are. Because right now what we're doing is we're kind of like just washing through stuff and there ain't nobody doing anything. So, but we are smoking. If nothing else, we are smoking. I've been at the dispensary. Every time that I go to the dispensary is packed. It's no such thing as they're just not at the dispensary. There's people that are there and they are really there. What did you say? Are you in there commenting? Now that's the thing. Where you gonna comment? I'm not really sure. But if it comes in the stream, then I can see it, right? That's how that should work. Um, I'm new to StreamYard too, so this is kind of a new platform, but not really. I just need a platform, I guess, to say something, to talk to you. I do have a book coming out. It's called Surviving Tough Times. I shouldn't say it coming out. It is out. You can go to Amazon. You can pick it up. 30-day devotional. Actually, something that is pretty dear, and you'll realize that about around day 15 you'll be looking at things a little bit different than you started off because of the fact that sometimes we just need to be reminded of exactly where we are and the things that are happening in life. Sometimes when you're in it, it's hard to see what's actually going on. It's like smoky, it's foggy. But when you get past it and then you look back, you turn back around and you say, "Oh my God." You start to see how God really works things out for you, puts things together. And then when you realize that things are really ordered for you, it kind of gives you a easier way, I guess, of looking at things, even if it's bad. Like when you're dealing with something bad and you have to embrace the fact that it's bad, but because of the fact that everything has already been ordained in your life, then it's something that God has already, you needed to go through it. Now, I know somebody just said no, because I just lost someone the other day and da 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 da, and COVID did this. And no disrespect to anybody on the COVID. I want everyone to know that before we were sick, before there was a pandemic, I sang at a funeral every day. Every day. Before there was a pandemic, I sang at a person's funeral every day. So, what does that mean, Adrian? That means that before the pandemic, when everyone supposedly just all of a sudden started to care and started to do things the way that we're doing them, I went to a funeral every day, which says that people have always been dying. So now is the time that we need to just focus on what it is that we're really talking about. It's not about dying. We need to be focusing on living. Don't focus on the fact that you're going through the sad moment. Focus on the fact that this is supposed to be a good moment for you, even in the sad. God, what are you doing? Building you. You know how they say iron sharpens iron? Iron sharpens iron is a real term when you are really going through something and somebody is really pushing on you to make you better. You know how many people in this world right now don't mind just not being all right? Or I should say, they don't mind not. They're all right where they are and they're nowhere. And it's all right. We want to speak to that. We need to start to speak to that. That's what we need to start to speak to. We're speaking about everything else. And I'm thinking that it has something to do with the smoke. Maybe we're looking at things differently than everyone else is. So what we need to do is we need to start to have conversation about what it really looks like. How does it really feel? How do you feel about it? When you look outside and you see it, when it's funny because we don't go outside as much. People are going to start to come back outside now. So the good part about it is you don't see the just hanging around, the absolutely not doing anything, just standing around smoking. You know, now you have to function in smoke. It's better to function in smoke than to just stand and do something. I'm not speaking on the fact of the matter of just doing nothing about the smoke. I'm asking true questions. Is it better for you to smoke or not to smoke? Some people might even say that, I think I need to smoke because I can't really deal with some of the stuff that I have to deal with without smoking. I mean, listen, I come with papers. I got my papers because my papers tell you that if I look crazy or something is about to happen, you better ask her, did she smoke? That's the question. Did you smoke today, Adrian? Because they might have to ask. But the reason they ask is not so that they know if you're high. My multiple sclerosis does something. And it's funny because let me tell you something that I realized about multiple sclerosis the other day. Multiple sclerosis has lesions. They say that you have lesions on your brain. So if you have multiple, like sclerosis is the scars. So if you have multiple, that means you have a lot of scars on your brain. So on the nerve tissue. So a lot of people don't really understand what it is to have multiple sclerosis. Why? Because everyone has it different. It affects everyone in a different way. However, what we're doing right now is just going to talk about the actual nerve. The nerve is the nerve. This nerve sends the messages to the brain. So if your scars are multiple, They call them legions. So check it. Because of the fact, like I said, every bad situation has God in it. Every bad situation, you have to find out exactly what it is that God is trying to say in that moment, right? Every bad situation, I have multiple sclerosis. They say I have lesions. I'm in Bible study one day, and they're talking about the fact when Jesus actually went to the church. Remember, because a lot of times people don't understand in the Bible when they talk about Christ, and when they talk about Jesus, Jesus was actually outside with the people, not in the building with the church. Like Jesus walked into the valleys, into the cities, into the people's homes. That's where church was. It wasn't in the building that they call that place, because he really tore that place up, truth be told. People don't want to tell you the whole truth about it. They want to hold up good pieces of this building. But when Christ came into the building, he tore it up. It was nothing nice that he had to do about the building. So when you think about like who was against him the most, they were the people that were in the building. So when you're outside, you see what Christ like looks like. You see the muck. You see bad, and you embrace bad, and you take bad for what it is, because that bad is somebody's good somewhere. So in all of me getting sick, here you go, multiple sclerosis. I remember Jesus walks in, and the demon knew who he was. That was major, because we be sitting there, we be watching stuff, and we give ourselves power, and we think that we have so much power over this devil and over these demons. We need to give in to the fact that you should know that you should know that you need to fight these things every day. That's why you need to know who Christ is for yourself, so that when you show up, they know you have arrived. They ask the question, what is it that you need? So basically, I'm just saying all of that to say that when he asked, what is your name? That sucker said legion. Wow, that was powerful. And if you didn't understand what I mean, like I said, I have multiple sclerosis. They say that they are scars on your brain. They call them lesions. So as I'm sitting there and I'm going through this disease, and this disease is a debilitating disease, and I'm trying to understand, why does it affect me in this way, but it affects someone else in another way. But the whole name of everything, wherever they are, they're called lesions. And when Jesus walked in to the synagogue, the evil spirit said, "What do you want?" And that's when he said, "What is your name?" He said, "Legion." Do you understand? So we can put legion in the pig and let it go. It's almost like a sickness. It's power. You have to believe in stuff like that. The prayer is that one day I wake up and I don't have to feel none of that pain. But meanwhile, if I smoke because I have to. I don't smoke to get high. That man said something, and it was like, he was like, he couldn't wait to get high. What? Dang, I understand. But maybe I'm just in a whole lot of pain. I don't understand it, because I don't ever get like that euphoric, I guess, I always can function, but you need to, in the manner of, I guess, I guess I don't know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. I just don't know how to say it in a nice way, instead of, all right, there's a lot of things that are going on in the world right now, right? And everybody has something to say. But the truth of the matter is, should we all be talking? Because you have to try to figure out where, like, what part do you play in it? That's real. That's just me. I always try to figure out what part did I play in it. Did I not say something to somebody that walked past me that I should have maybe said? Maybe it was my fault. Because when I said what I said underneath my breath, then maybe I should have said it out loud so that person could have actually learned something that day. I don't know. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. But I wanted to say something about that Legion thing because that was weird. And but it was powerful all in the same token. Because if that is the case, think about how much power we have when we start to realize that the word of God is actually there for us to understand exactly what is going on in our lives at that moment. And if we are the people that are going through it at that moment, you probably don't see it, like I said, until you actually get past it. The difference is you're actually somebody's example, and that's real. You are somebody's example of grace. I can make it through it. I know that if you knew me, if you know me, I bless God for God being who He is and loving, and caring, and kind. Never will a rock cry out in my place. There will never be a day. Why? Because there's nothing that I can say that He has not done. If He wouldn't do anything else, I wouldn't be able to say thank you enough already. Like, for real, like, what we really need? That this is smoke right here. This is sacrifice of the burnt offering. Okay, it gets real because listen, for real, you know what they say because there's a certain type of there's a fragrance that you have after you've been in the presence. So you know how they say you walk different, you talk different. If you're smoking when you leave, you are smelling different. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So it says there's a fragrance. You don't know what it is because you're sitting over there with your face turned up because you don't like the smell of it. Then maybe it's not over there with you because you got some kind of crazy mindset because your face is turned up. What's wrong with you? Fix your face. You know what I'm saying? People look at you because you are sitting in a situation that they used to be in, but yet won't say anything to you about it, but then have this look on their face. Fix your face. People need to work on their faces. I'm serious. This fix like, and when I say that I can't speak on fixing your face without saying that I know my face is be all the way twisted. First person to tell you. But then when I start to read up on multiple sclerosis and it says that a person with multiple sclerosis, you really can't tell they make different facial expressions, they make gestures and all types of stuff. There's some stuff about MS that people don't understand. They think I'm an asshole. I don't even mean to be an asshole. I think that's just a part of I just think that's a part of the thing. And it's not even being an asshole. We're just completely real. People aren't real anymore. People want to be, I guess, the real on TV, that phony real, the reality real. No, reality real is just reality real on TV. But in real life, reality real says, listen, I'm the one that's sick, so you need to back the hell up. I apologize if my face looks like this, but why the hell does your face look like that? Are you sick too? See, because there's a difference. Because if you got people that are sick, that's one thing. But if you got people that are walking around with a sick mentality just because you want to look screwed up, how are we ever going to get to the resolve that we need? Because guess what? We need a resolve. I hate to tell you, contrary to popular demand, this thing right here should be done. That's why I say y'all need to roll up. Everybody need to roll up right about now. We all need to sit back, smoke a little bit, and figure this thing out. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's walk. No more meetings about meetings. No more meetings about meetings unless everyone is at the meeting. If you have another meeting without everybody being at the meeting, you're wasting the time. Because if you don't have everybody in representation at the meeting, listen, I really just wanted to come on here and get a man a little. I told him I was going to come on and say something because I wanted to ask the question. Y'all, I don't see you in here. Y'all ain't posting. So I see you watching. I appreciate you for watching. You can like it, share it, and all that good stuff. I'm learning this stuff, man. You know what it is. But you know what it is. It's going to get better, though, because one time I'm be like, da, 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 whatever. But in the process of it, I mean, I came on here to ask you because people say that I just talk. So because I just have my own ideas, I figured, what the fuck? I'm gonna invite you to say something about what it is. Do you like to smoke? Do you not like to smoke? I asked you on the weekend. At least I asked you on the weekend if you're a working person, because working people they act like they don't, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, listen, everybody has a job, everybody got things to do, and if you got things to do, I applaud you for doing what you need to do. Anybody that's doing whatever they're doing, if they're not doing the responsible things of doing it, they need to stop. Simple. If you're grown, act like it. If you're a kid, don't do it. You understand? Stay a kid as long as you're supposed to be a kid. If you have something to do that. Do that first. You do know that you don't just sit around and get high. Nobody does that. And I don't think that marijuana does that to anybody that I know. It doesn't make them just, unless they're like at night or something. Or they're acting as if they want to do something. They're acting as if it's like effective so that, it can make sense somewhere else. Yeah. Let me see. Is anyone there? Are you talking to me? That's the question. No. Are you talking to me? Because if you're talking to me, I can't see you. So how do we do it? Can you come on here? Hit the button. How do y'all come on? Come on, join me live. Like, is that what we do? Come on, join me live. Let's sit in here and let's talk for a second. Are you waking up or are you going to bed? Which you on your way to? How is it working for you? Oh, wait. Stop. Everything got smaller now. I can't see. Ah. All right. So see, this is why I don't like to touch stuff because I don't like to touch stuff because then now I don't know what to do. Now I can't even see you guys anymore. So okay. Um, but I mean, this thing is real. I've been sitting back and I've just been watching it because who am I to say anything to anybody about anybody doing anything right or wrong? But I'd be damned if we sit around and just keep watching this stuff happen like this. Somebody got to say something, and if they ain't saying it, I don't hear them saying it. And if they are saying it, then I'm wrong. Excuse me for being wrong. But you see that thing that says "God got goons" down there? That's a reason. There's a reason why it says "God got goons," and there's a fight in that we all need to have. If you believe in God, there's a fight in that I need your help. How about that? Because I'm gonna call on you and I'm gonna ask on you because at the end of the day, this is done. I started this thing a long time ago. I thought people would be on my side, but that's all right because I understand that I might have to take this fight on by myself. And guess what I'm gonna have to do? Take it on by myself. And if I got to take it on by myself, then I go in the Bible and have to realize, hey, baby, you ain't never by yourself and check yourself if you believe that you are because there's so many more people out here really, really, really doing what it is that God's called them to do. We just focus on the wrong stuff. If you keep your eyes on what you need to be focused on, trust and believe all you see is the stuff that you need to really see in your focus. Yeah. What? Now, I don't know how someone is texting me on my phone, but not on this thing. So I don't understand these streams and how you can do. What do you mean you can't see me? I I don't know. We're working it out. We are. We are. I promise we're gonna work this out. You don't see me every day like this. Actually, you can help me. You can help me for real, because I'm gonna ask for the help. I'm not too big to ask for the help, because once I figure it out, then I'll know. But right now, everything is like, this is it. Shout out to the producer that I do know. I do know one person that is a producer, and he was very, very good. Him and his wife, they were actually very, very good. I started my radio career with them. Damn, I started my exotic entertainment career with them. I started a lot of stuff with them. Shout out to them though, because he's the person that I know that runs this board. I never learned this part of it. I just was able to talk. So it'd be nice if he showed back up, right? Look, it'd be nice. But what I do know that does happen is that whatever God needs to get done, it will get done. So yeah, I wanted to know, the truth of the matter is, what's going on with the smoking, because as you look at it, it's getting more and more people are doing, like, they're legalizing it more and more. And then there's people that want to talk about, well, if they do that when they lock the people up, like, come on, let's have real conversations so that we can get past this, so our children and our children's children will be able to, they'll be able to live and have like real life enjoyment, happiness, freedom, all that good stuff. Our children deserve that kind of stuff. Like, I believe that all kids deserve that kind of stuff. I do. I don't believe that if you it's a shame, because as I live, I come in contact with so many people, and everyone has a story, and so many people's stories are just so, they're devastating, and it's a shame that people have to go through what they have to go through. However, whatever you go through, it makes you who you are. It builds you. Yeah, builds you. Sometimes people need a building. Yeah. Sometimes they need a building. And I really believe that everything got caught up in a building, not in building, but in a building. And now there's like a weak representation of what's supposed to be happening right now in this world. And so now the way that we got it looking, it looks like we weak because we believe. And that's completely opposite of anybody's anybody's understanding of anything. But today, in the way that it looks, because we sit back and let things happen, we don't say anything. We're quietly saying stuff, or we go into prayer meeting, pray about it. Are you kidding me? How much longer are we going to really sit back and do it just like that? Because the one thing I've realized, the one thing I've realized is that, one, I've never not been to church this long in my life. How about that? And I mean that on, I guess it's different for me, because when you serve, you just, when you serve, it's a part of what you do. So you serve. Like, I like to worship. You know how long it's been since I just sang a song? Yeah, like you should be able to. There's a place in everybody's heart. Like, should be. I pray that everybody gets a place in their heart where, if everything goes helter skelter in their world, they can be able to hear a song or sing a song or say something, or hear a word or something. That's that's why the real question is to smoke or not to smoke. Because if you don't smoke, the question is, what is it that you do? You have to do something. Because if you don't do something, that means you're sitting somewhere doing something, mad about something, looking like something. And at the end of the day, it's okay, but not really, because somebody is probably watching you. and they're younger than you. I'm telling you, man, we're looking at this thing all wrong. People want to be focused on them so much that you don't even care about the kids that's in your vicinity. So you don't even care what the example looks like that you're showing your child how to handle what this is, even if it's authority. Right now we got this big thing going on where, this justice. It's beautiful. But there's also something about a right to just stand and be strong within yourself because you know and you want to know. No, I know I'm about to go on somewhere else and I don't even want to go on that right now because that was not the purpose of this and that's not where I want to go. But sometimes that bothers me because we get so caught up in what somebody need to do for us and what we need to do and how we need to do it. But when we sit there in church and people start talking crazy about God, and you start watching dumb stuff on TV and crazy stuff started happening and everything, you looking around and you trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Wait. What did they say? And now it's getting blatantner and blatantner and blatantner. No disrespect to anybody, but we really are disrespecting God. I'm not allowed to say anything about anybody else of what's going on with anything that they're doing and changing in culture, and that's fine because that's what we've all said and we voted on these things and this is how it's working. But the question of it is, where is the person that's fighting for the disrespect of God? Right there. God got goons. See it? Yeah. If you are not already in the group, please go get in the group. It's on Facebook. All caps. Do the one in all caps. Check it. There's so many of the groups because I didn't know how to figure it out the groups. But I'll tell you one thing: if you get to one of them, they're gonna all be all of them because I'm gonna link them all to it. Every time we stream, it's gonna go everywhere. Why? Because what the truth of the matter is, everybody should be ready to mount. We should be done with the dumb stuff. We should be done with the ignorant stuff because I don't even see ignorant anymore. I really don't. I don't see ignorant anymore. And if I do see ignorant, I check ignorant and let ignorant know. That shit was before COVID. That was pre-COVID. We ain't even there no more. We hold doors for people. We speak to people. We do all these things that we should have been doing before ever. Somebody talking about you wanted to go back to normal. Normal or what? Go back to what? You being rude? No, lady. Listen here. That thing right there, that's done and over with. We are on our way to going to see better. We are on our way to see greater. How are we going to get to greater? We gonna see it first. You got to see it in your mind. You see it in your mind first. Then when you see it, then you can actually start to actually visualize exactly what it's going to look like. And then the question really is, where are you going to be in the line? I mean, these are major questions that a lot of people want to answer, but they'll answer privately, but won't answer in a crowd. I don't know if that's believing. If that's believing, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe we need to step out in the fact that we believe and show our faith. Show it every day. I can definitely say that it's too much going on. It's too much going on right now for everybody not to be hooked up and rooted somewhere. And the problem is we have things misconstrued. So because we have things misconstrued, we can't put things together. The goal here is to put them together. We're all fighting for one thing, and that's right. So that our babies can do what they need to do so that the earth will be made and we will be able to still flourish out of it. We'll be able to still grow from it. We'll be able to still live. That's the kind of stuff that we need. If it takes you to smoke, then appreciate the smoke, appreciate the person that doesn't want to smoke. But at the end of the day, we're all here. So if you're not smoking, maybe you do need to smoke. I don't know. But that's it's iffy for people. It is, and I wouldn't say it to anybody if I didn't understand both sides of it. But the difference is, like I said, when I'm at my worst, someone will ask me, "Did I smoke?" And these are medical people. That's what they will say. Did you smoke? Please go smoke and see if you can do something else. So I don't know who that was for. And look, I'm sending you a hug wherever you are, especially if you're dealing with MS and it's just like MS. MS sucks. I wouldn't give it to my worst enemy. I wouldn't. The last part. Okay, considering the fact that your brain goes from here, there to everywhere. It's cool because when I'm on live and stuff, even if I'm watching the live, it's so bad. That's why sometimes you won't see me on the live because when my brain is helter skelter, why would I show you helter skelter? But that's when God says, I need you to show them helter skelter because helter skelter is where I'm at, and I work through you, and I'm moving through you, and and I'm allowing you to be in places and be able to have conversations with people and say things that no one else would be able to say. So it's you and all your helter skelter. And every day when I try to fix it and get it right, I try to make it look better than it is. That's just the me because if you know what it's like to know how, when you lose the know-how and you have to rest on something else, it becomes something else. And but you find power in it. You do. You find power in it. It's just sometimes really hard to express the power because it hurts so bad. And you know, my goal, my trick is I try not to focus on it. I really do. Like right now, I'm not even trying to focus on it because I'm about to cry versus me telling you something about smoking or not to smoke just because I'm thinking about the pain that it actually, that that actually does wreck my body. And a lot of people ask all the time, why do you smile? And I smile because I really want to holler. And nobody will understand the holler, which is a whole nother situation all within itself. You know how bad it is to look normal and be far from it. I'm telling you, that's one of the things that I really have to learn, especially especially with the switch in the world. Like everything is getting better, but before, oh, it was horrible. People are nasty, they're rude, they're ignorant, and honest to God, like unless you have that red and white cane that says that you are blind, people are blind to you, and that's real. But I just wanted to come on and ask the question, but nobody wanted to answer me. I think that's funny. So maybe put it in the comments later, and I'll come back and I'll see them, and we're gonna talk about it because somebody got to talk about it. They're legalizing it everywhere, so you might as well get on to it or find out the investment in it. One of the two. It It's info. It's there. We got to get involved in it. Listen, I know that it's like medicine for me. That's all I know. And all I need is some medicine. And if you can give me something that's gonna make me feel better, and I don't even have to smoke it all the time, I can consume it. You make it into a butter, you eat with it. Why not? The hell with it. Cookies, all types of stuff, pancakes, whatever. Yeah. Well, y'all enjoy y'all day. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. You might even smoke today. You know, even people that only smoke on the weekend. You know, I don't know. I'm going to bed though. I know that. I gotta go to bed. Inbox start popping. It's time to go. Time to log off. Look, gotta log off. Unless that's you. If it's you and you're trying to talk to me, but I can't see you on this and you can see me on that, it's all good. Um, am I on tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow morning, 4:20. Look at that. To smoke or not to smoke. And tomorrow, my broadcast will be tomorrow at 4:20. I'm gonna leave it right there. I see y'all tomorrow, 4:20. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, I'm gonna be introducing my book. We'll be starting not really into, but yes, surviving tough times. There it is right there. Come on. On your march, get set, go. You see it? Yes. Amazon. Thanks for watching. Good night. Enjoy your day.